VaynerX is pretty unique too. VaynerX is the holding company. When we bought Gallery Media Group, or purewow.com more specifically, before we created other websites and properties and publishing. So right off the bat, we were weird, right? When I started my holding company, I was agency, which was already unique with media and creative. And then the first thing I added was not another agency like every other company in the history of the space. We added a publisher, which was weird to begin with. So that's unique. And then we started creating other companies, a speaking bureau, unique, Vayner Speakers. Our production company within the holding company is very unique. In fact, the name of our production company is Eva Nosadam, which is Madison Avenue spelled backwards. We're unique in that we try to produce at a much lower cost. We think production's overpriced in advertising land. We produce with creative outputs for social along with the long form video. So we're really proud of that company, and Andrea, our new leader, who's been with us for a long time in the past in the UK and has come back home and is running everything globally, is incredible. We have a barter agency called Tingley Lean, which is named after the street I did my first lemonade stand in, that we're excited about. We're really unique in that it's a hodgepodge that's different than just a media and creative and maybe technology. Credit to Publicis, I think they've done more tech, but I think that's what makes us unique. It's an interesting series of companies, all with the purpose to get the thing done. I'm very passionate and I'm very fortunate that I speak to CMOs all week long, and they come in and you really never know where they're going or what they want, or more importantly, I think one thing that makes VaynerX and VaynerMedia very unique is that we are very convicted and have a lot of confidence, but I would argue we have a lot of humility. We say no a lot, not because we're cool, because we're not cool. We say no because we don't think we can do it well, and we're scared shitless of ruining our brand. I don't need CMOs running around at Cannes or at the Super Bowl being like, don't work with Gary, they stink, and so, we've gotten a lot of compliments the last year of how often we say no, or how often we bow out of an RFP, or more importantly, how often we don't even do RFPs. And so, the publishing, the speaking bureau, those are some different elements. Our production company is different. We have a company named after my father called the Sasha Group, which really services predominantly now private equity owned brands. So I would call it the Fortune 5000 versus the Fortune 500. And the Sasha Group's doing extremely well, and we're proud of that. And so, yeah, it's definitely a little different than the other holding co's.
Great, and what about VFriends?
Well, VFriends is a whole nother animal altogether. What's really interesting is that, and thank you for allowing me to speak about VFriends in this context. I think VFriends, in a lot of ways, proves why I'm confident about what VaynerX does. VFriends is creative. I'm inventing, and currently it's going quite well, a Pokemon, Disney, Marvel, Sesame Street like intellectual property that has a incredible kids book that is crushing, a YouTube kids show that is made by the people that make Coco Melon and Moonbug with me in cahoots, a Topps trading card that is coming out nationally this spring, 2025, an NFT project that is one of the 15 NFT projects that's still doing incredibly well in a world where 99% went to zero.